Hello, 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 welcome and well met. Welcome to my first anniversary stream. Well, it's a celebration stream. My actual anniversary, as of recording this live, is actually tomorrow. But I can't stream tomorrow, so we get it a day early. Woo! I'm being silly and maybe a little more enthusiastic than I should be, or maybe not as much enthusiastic as I should be. Am I too calm or I'm too excited? I don't know. Anyway, today is not gonna be too different because I'm a rather, like, chill. I'm not one for gravitas, honestly. I don't even have the skills to do anything too fancy anyway. I could have done more, but again... Also, I'm still recovering from being sick. I'm going to be coughing and I'm going to be wheezing. But I did do a couple of things, like, bam, I made balloons and a little bit confetti. So we're gonna have balloons. Woo! But really, the bulk of what today is going to be, which might be exciting for a lot of people, is I'm going behind the scenes to how I came to even make my VTuber model. It's not how I came up with the name. I actually had the name for a while. That's years ago. It was just me sitting. What name do I like? I know. Oh my gosh. I chose my name. Yeah, so yeah. But how did we get to Leona Theodosia, the little Urion from in the dimensional rift between worlds, where pretty much we can do whatever we want, but we don't because we appreciate hard work, because we got real bored of just magicking everything in. How did my little Urion, which is a made-up species I did, came to be? How did we get here? Well, it's a lot of work, I'll tell you that. So, first off, I am going to go switch scenes now, because to get into it, that was gaming. This is drawing. I clicked the wrong stream. Oop. Oh, I had music. I forgot about that. You know what? We can have this one. This is fine. Probably some music in the background might be nice. But okay. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. I just realized. You saw no thing. I'm like, I had a reference for something. Oop. I forgot to change it. I was drawing beforehand. Okay. I just messed up all of my windows because I panicked. It's not a stream unless there's scuff. I knew there would be scuff, which is a great thing because that's like one of the learning processes. I'm not taking out my drawing pad. This is the same setup as you seen me drawing, but I'm not going to be drawing. I'm just using this because, you know what, I can actually, let me make this like go over out here. I'm not gonna make it actually bigger on my end, but I can, like, I don't know, zoom in here. I don't know if that's make it better or worse, but I'll at least, you know what, I'll at least this. Wait, hold on. I just realized I should still have my balloons on the screen. Where are my balloons? Why are you skimping out on me? Oh, it's still hidden in here. I thought it unhidden everything. There we go. Now we got balloons in the background again. You know what? I can scooch. You know what? I can scooch all the way over. I'm not actually drawing. I'm making myself bigger. Hello! I'm invading your space. Sort of. Okay, maybe not that quite that big. A little smaller. Just a little smaller. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. So, the reason I'm gonna again be coughing because I'm still recovering from being sick. Which is kind of annoying, given that this is my first anniversary. I only get one shot at this and I have a cough. Like, why? It's one thing and another. But first off, I'm gonna be opening images from, which you can't see because I am, you can't see the pop-up menus. I am going through the menus, that's what, that's what I'm doing. Let's see, where is my stuff? Oh, over here. Okay. So the first ever design I considered was this one, actually. Some people might recognize her, and let me open up this other one. But yeah, just girl in a yellow dress, curly hair, have little bobbles. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I love the little hair bubbles in the front. I love hair that's like that in the front. I'm like hair bubbles, braids, little doodle boppers in the front. I love that. Yeah, this stuff. This is why I'm in the clip studio. I'm just like this. Ooh, too far. Ooh, what did I do? Oh, I split it. Oops, no, don't do that. Keep it the same. But yeah, the little hair bubbles. I really liked it. I didn't stay this for too long because this was just me doodling. I was just practicing drawing. That's it. That's all this was. And I just used this girl's face as my little icon from when I was just Leonia Theodosia just meant an artist. That was just my artist name. It wasn't my VTubing name. So this was back on, what was it? DeviantArt. So yeah, back in DeviantArt, there's Leona Theodosia. I'm still have an account there. I don't use it at all because I'm not happy with the new management. I mean, the people beforehand were clumsy and made mistakes, but you know, like, ultimately, they did overall good. You know, like, it was kind of like they were a solid 80. I don't like the new management at all, so I left. But yeah, you can still find me there. That is my oldest account with this name and everything. It has links to like all my things. I go every now and then and update it just because I'm like, mine as well. Maybe somebody will fall down and find this old abandoned metaphoric house and meander their way to where all the new buildings are, you know, whatever. What have you. But yeah, this is the first. This is the first face to the name Leona Theodosia. It's never been a VTuber, but like it's just a girl. It's just a little girl. Maybe I should make a harken back and take this dress and make a fancy VTuber dress off of it, and then like everyone who's watched this will know. Everyone will understand why suddenly I'm not wearing my normal colors. Oh, suddenly I'm not wearing blue anymore. I'm in yellow. So yeah, there's that. Okay, do not save. This can go too. So let's see. Oh yes, then we get to where it probably looks a little more familiar. Is this design. You can see the like the 1980s kind of, not 1980s, 1880s. 1980s is a century too new. I like here on the side that this is the first duo I did. I didn't even bother to color it in. I'm like, the eyes are too wide. I need to make them smaller. And I did a little more details. I still really like this design, but it also made me think of Leona Keen Scholar from Twisted Wonderland. I'm like, I look like his little sister. Why? It's not gonna help that my name is Leona. But I actually do really like this design. I actually like the green with the orange accents, but I'm like, no one's gonna want a VTuber with this kind of outfit. No one. And then, like, lo and behold, I'm like, you know, actually, probably if this more classic, especially with, what is her name? It's Pumpkin something. It's the 1930s rubber hose VTuber that, like, blew up in popularity because of the one thing. Which, good for her. I cannot think of her name right now. I just remember it starts with Pumpkin. Hi, is that my... Yeah, hello, puppy. My puppy has come to say hi. Why were you over there? Hello. We interrupt this anniversary for my dog, with the doggo I live with. Hello. Not actually technically my doggo, but also kind of my doggo. It's complicated weirdness, or just normal weird. You know, I don't know how to put it. Anyway, I live with a doggy. And she said hello. So if anyone wants to say hello to the dog, feel free to. Oh yeah, I had a little bit of star pattern on here. Let me zoom in a little more after I put my water bottle down because I needed a drink. Because again, if you're gonna have a ream for milk, I'm going to cough. But yeah, there's little stars, and then on the back of the shoes I put little stars. This is actually did one thing to fulfill another thing that kept in my design. The tail. I have a tail! Current avatar Leona only has a tail because I was like, oh, I'll just make a new species because, you know, lion girl, my name's Leona, that's a little on the nose. But now I'm like, I don't think anyone really cares. I don't think anyone cares. I think people would be more annoyed, be like, why aren't you having some, like, allusions to a lion? Your name's Leona. Why don't you look like a lioness? Oh yeah, and I got the faces here. I still like the furious one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at you got the pinched brows here. Scrunched up nose. Absolutely mad. And looking sad. Well, the palette's covering up the word sad. Happy, and then just kind of like that. I also like how ashen the freaking skin tone is. Like, I'm terrible with skin tones. But yeah, you get the more thin eyes, and that's what I did. The more the face is on, because I'm like, I don't want big eyes. I get called... I have a young face. I look a lot younger than I actually am, and it's really annoying. So I was very much, wait, I don't have to have a young-looking face. Well, as young-looking face. I'm sure there's people who are like, but you look like this. I'm still probably older, and then people look at me and go, oh, you're only this age. And I'm like, no, I haven't been that age in so long. It's so bad. People are like, but you look so young and like fashionable or whatever, and it's so trendy. You must love it. I'm like, no. Being treated like that many years an idiot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm X amount of years too stupid to understand what's going on. Oh yeah, I love being treated like an idiot and talked down to because I look that much younger than I actually am. It is terrible. Let nobody tell you looking that much younger. Like, a few years younger. It's nice. You're like, oh, you're guessing my age a couple years younger than I actually am. Oh, how nice. Yay. You start getting further away from that. It's terrible. I don't know why this became me complaining about having extreme baby face, but anyone will tell you with extreme baby face. It's not fun. It's not fun. But yeah, anyway, to get back on topic. Because that was like another thing I was considering. It's honestly, I was like, I really should have made my face look older because I'm really tired of being treated like a young little idiot. I have all these people who are like, my avatar looks like a teenager again, or like just around 20, and I'm like, I don't want to look like that. I would honestly want to make myself look probably, I rather make myself look like a 40-year-old than that. So I'm like, I'm not 40. Wait, I'm not that old. Not yet. Eventually. Hopefully eventually. Oh gosh, if something happens. Anyway. It's not a Leona Theodosia video without me going on a tangent when I have free reign to talk about things. But yeah, I like the little faces. I think this is the only time while designing I made the faces. Maybe I should see if I can make my rig. I would make it look like this absolutely mad face with the scrunched up nose and stuff. But can you imagine every time I did this or looked off, like walked away and my models froze and I just looks absolutely furious, and it's like, what's actually going, and it's like, I look down and now I look like I'm going to bite somebody's head off. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should toggle emotion, have expressions, and then I can be like seriously mad at some of the evil NPCs or whatever. But yeah, Leona has a tail because I kept the tail because, yeah, this design had a tail. And my next design was like, oh, I can't have a tail in my next design. The Savoria, my twin sister, looked at me and went, why not? You're the one who's designing it. And I'm like, you're right. So we also have a tail because my sister went, stop being an idiot. So there we go. I have one other artwork from this era. One other. Yeah, it's just that. I think it's just a fixed up version of this, pretty much. Yeah. You can have like me trying to break down how I would do the hair and like the ears. That would have like a back bit and the front bit. Have an underbang so you could see if moving around and see that. I was just thinking about it. I still have trouble with the hair, but I still really like this outfit. Now I'm thinking, combine the color scheme from the first outfit with this outfit, and then everyone who's in the known will know. Maybe I should just draw that. Maybe I won't make a model, maybe I should just draw that and be like, if you know, you know, you watched the video, you have the secret knowledge. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So I kind of call this is like, this is me coming up with a design. This is me trying to come up with something of lore and interesting with my girly here, and let me pull up this one again. I'm gonna copy this and like stick it on here. You can also see like the names of for when I was calling. But yeah, these two designs were really pre-production. I never planned making them a live 2D model. They never got even close. I mean, I was planning how to do that, but I never like for this green dressed one with the lion girl. I was planning how to separate it out, but I never like went, I'm making a model at this and then changed my mind because I got another design. Like, I was thinking about how to do it, but I never planned to do that, if that makes sense. So yeah, this era is firmly in the planning stage, is my first designs. So let me just, nope, I don't care. Just go away. No saving for anything. So yeah, I could have looked like a normal human girl, I could have looked like a little lioness girl, lady, would prefer lady. But yeah, those are what I call actually the pre-dimensional Leona phase, because I got into when I had the lore bit where I'm like, well, what if I stuck myself into like a alternate little dimension thing, like, so, you know, I could use whatever magic I wanted to use, and if I did anything, I could just hand wave it. No matter what I did, it would fit, you know, kind of thing. You know, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this isn't actually the older one. I'll leave it up. I'll click onto it eventually. I just can't tell the freaking thing is small. Or do I not have? The design is new, but this is not the one I'm looking for. Oh, wait, no. Is it the layer? I might need the layers for this one. I just have it on the PNG. Let me pull this up. Okay, is it this? No, it's not. I guess at this point I'm gonna want to pull up my Clip Studio versions of this anyway. But yeah, everyone getting sneak peeks. I'm like, ah, I can't find where to go. I know there's one. Okay, here, this one. The difference isn't that obvious, I will admit. And there's this one. Yeah, this one. Face is so silly. I wasn't worried about making it look good. I just needed to get the ideas out. I think that's everything. Yeah. Well, everything except for one, but I'll save that. Okay. So, I think this is the actual one. This is where you start getting familiar, obviously. I was gonna have a completely different look, as you can see, though. Because this era, which is the era I worked most in, besides none of the stuff you see, is, what I end up calling the dimensional inn phase. Because I was going to have it placed in an inn, so if I ever had like collabs, it makes sense because other people would come to the inn. I've never had a collab. I've only had collabs with like no one with another VTuber. I'm not opposed to it, but it's like I have to know who you are first. It's like I don't want to collab with you and then like never speak with you again because it's like I don't hate you, but like we're not, you know, the jiving isn't there. Not jiving as well as I would like. Not fully comfortable. I haven't talked to someone enough to really do that. Open collabs. Also, then there's like time zones. Oh my gosh, I live in the worst. Pacific time zone is like the worst time zone because it's behind like, feels like it's behind everything else, but also in front of everything else, all in one somehow. I'm either it's too early or too late for everyone else, except for everyone else who's in like, North American time zones. And so, like, everyone is not in any time zone that's really compatible with mine. And I'm like, it's hard to find anyone. I don't know if the Pacific time zone is also a time zone that works for you. Hi! But anyway, yeah, I was thinking about doing a pajama model for, like, if I did later night streaming, but I quickly stopped that idea. I'm like, no, people are gonna make that weird. Hair was gonna be longer, possibly. Oh yeah, I wanted to add in these flower details. You can see that in... Okay, you know, let me pull it up in my reference thing here. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Did I click the wrong thing? No, I didn't. Where is it? There's just a lot of pictures in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, found it. Okay, yeah. See, this is the model I debuted with here in the corner. Which you will see. I will show it. I will show it later. Can I make this bigger? Please. Make this... I'm like, I don't need that. Make this big. But yeah, you can see how in this phase, I did keep things. I mean, like, I kept a lot of things, as you can see. But, is it... Oh, hello, Frug! Oh, gosh, I enlarged the window on accident. Okay, I'm kind of in front of it, but you can still see. Let me is this... Yeah, you guys can still see that. But, I'm gonna scooch over. Hello, Frug! Welcome to the first anniversary stream. With me clumsily explaining everything, because, you know, this is me. I'm like, do something fancy or just do something authentic that's indicative of what I usually do. I'm like, I think the second option's better, so here we are. Here we are. So yeah, here is dimensional in phase, and you can kind of see how I kept the color palette isn't too off. You can see me doing color palette here. I was gonna have way more things, but then I quickly found out spheres are hard to do when moving around unless you individually do them all. And at the time, I'm like, I'm way too new to this to individually do each spheres for the beads. So that's part of the reason why the beads went away. Another part is that this is a more... It's not specific to, like, any Asian culture, but there's definitely a more Asian design. I still really like this little waist thing. Waist cape? Waistcoat? Waist corset? I don't know. This bit. Oh, that's not over something. Oh, hold on. Do this. This thing. It goes, like, down here, here, and up. I still really like it. I still really like that design. Yeah, I have the back. Oh my gosh, the back. I never show my back. I've tried to do turnarounds. I'm not good at them. I'm so bad at drawing consistently. The only reason why this is consistent is because I copied and pasted it. The tails are different. I just noticed that. And this tail disappears. Where did it go? That's so silly. Oh yeah, one of the other big things, besides like the ashen skin, that was on purpose this time. I was thinking about having an ashy skin tone to look a little more alien, because I'm not from Earth. But as you notice, I got horns on the side. So if you want to know why my ears are pointy, it's because they were going to be horns at one point. But funny story is why I don't have horns. It's because I was sitting there and thinking about how would I interact with like other VTubers. Like if people or myself were drawing me interacting with somebody. And I'm like, you can't give snuggles. I can't squish into a person because I have horns jutting from the side of my head. If I went with this, I'd stab the person. So I gave myself pointy ear as a compromise, so there'd still be that sharpness, a little bit of sharpness in my design, a little bit of pointiness, so it's not completely like just rounded. I did want to keep my design pretty round because I did like round. I wanted to look friendly. I wanted to keep round and be like, oh yeah, this is, you know, like shape language and character design. I implemented a little bit. But yeah, I could have had horns. And then I went, well, more horns. I could have had 4 horns, and then I was just like, no, I'm going to, I can't, it's like, I can't give cuddles. I can't give head nuzzles. That was it. I'm like, I can't give nuzzles. No, bad idea. Terrible idea. Only 2 horns. Can't give nuzzles with 2 horns. I like squishing up to the people I know, and like it's harder to do that with the horns. And I was just sitting there going, no. Okay, another thing, also I just realized that I don't think we've had a design gotten to it yet, and even on this page, which is why I know it's newer, but you can also see like a bit. I was thinking about how to put the tail through. That it was laced up. This is also why I know, but okay, let me get to... Oh, okay. This is me polishing the outfit. And, okay, yeah, let me make sure. Yeah. Okay, so something about every single one of my designs for the outfits, every single outfit, and I do mean every single outfit. I'm gonna switch this down again. Hold on, give me a second. That's why I get distracted. Where is the thing? There it is. Okay. I need to click on the thing if I want to interact with it. But this is a good case, because you'll notice like there's buttons now on my outfit in here. What layer am I on? What layer? If I want to do circles. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. No, put that on top. But you'll see there's buttons now on the shirt. There was not buttons beforehand. That is because I was thinking about it, and you can still see how the horns are still there, but I was thinking, I have horns. Horns do not move. They are not flexible. How would I get a shirt on? So there's buttons there because all the clothing items had to wrap around because, like, he was like, oh, just pull it up from the ground. Well, I have a tail. That's not all that comfortable or would necessarily work because tail, it'd be annoying. Especially I wanted a long tail. So I actually thought about this, which is why you'll see also the buttons on the back here. That there's buttons as well. And maybe if I turn off the color here, it'd be a little bit easier to see the design. There we go. Let me just doop. But yeah, this bit, these bits, I actually thought about this. So all the clothing, even now, even to this design, my final design, I always have my clothes wrap around. All my clothes wrap around. I do not put them over my head. I do not pull them up. They always wrap around. So even on, it was like, oh, but this doesn't look like it would wrap around. It's like, and then it has something on the back. But I want to let it be known that I actually thought about how no cuddles deterrence. Oh, no cuddle deterrence allowed. I just saw that. Yes, no cuddle deterrence allowed. I mean, I still have some. I mean, my horns, I'm still gonna bonk people with my horns. It's still a little bit of a danger. It's just not as big as one. So, yeah, I did keep in mind how would I wear, how would, you know, how if I look like this, how would I wear clothes? So it's also the same thing. You'll always notice that I pretty much always have open-toed shoes. And that's because, well, as you can see, I got claws on my feet. And, well, it wouldn't happen immediately. I can punch holes through the front of the shoes, or the inside of the shoe would get all scratched up, because I've got claws on my toes. So I always had open-toed footwear, which is a little annoying designing it around. Because, like, Earth fashion doesn't really care for open-toed things unless they're sandals. And then some things look weird with sandals, and I'm like, I wrote myself into a corner kind of thing. I wrote myself into a corner, but here we are. So yeah, I kept in mind how the clothes would even be put on. how would I put the clothes on? Which, you know, come to think of it, I also was planning on, like, cosplayer, because that's why. I'm like, if I ever wanted to dress up, or if, I don't know, I really just hit the algorithm got big, which I knew that was like, I'm like, it's a possibility, but it's near zero, but I still planned for it, because better to plan for something to happen than not. So I did keep in mind, to some extent, like, cosplaying. That's also why I was thinking about how, and like, have the little strap over here is not just like, this is how it would be put on, it's also then, oh, right, I'm not on the layer. It's also because as a cosplayer, you'd have the fake tail, and having the little strap go over it to hide maybe some imperfections might be nice for cosplayers. So I did think about it, and it also just helped with designing more authentic, I guess, stuff. And so here, we get to the final design. You can see the ears. I have the ears. And I'm like trying to figure out the horns and hair. I'm trying to figure out the hairstyle here. Which is another thing I see a lot of designs, is that you'll have like ears like mine, that are big, or the horns, and they don't design the hair around it, and it just looks like the ears and the horns are sliding over the hair. And I hated that, so I did sit down and think about how the hair worked. That's why I always have the split hair. I don't have it just like blunt, so you can actually see the hairline, because I wanted to at least give a little bit leeway. Again, leeway in the fact, like, if this ever got cosplayed, that you wouldn't have to worry about getting a hairline wig, which is more expensive for one. And secondly, like, I have found that it's annoying because it can slide up and then show your actual hairline underneath the wig. So yeah, I'm like, I know of that, so I'm like, I'm going to put a little bit of swoopy in, just so there's a little bit of leeway. And if somebody makes it go down a little more, that it won't look too weird, like it's not too big of a change and nobody would care too much, you know, kind of thing. These are the kind of things I was thinking of while designing. Which I think helped. Let's see. So yeah, I was refining the outfit here. Well, this is where I think I first designed some of the outfits. I have the new hair. You finally got the little... Oh yeah, another thing I didn't mention is you can see the horns are smooth. I have smooth horns. There's no kink in them. I finally get the little kink in the horns. There's actually two at this point. See the little bump? The little bump, there's like a bump here. It kind of goes like my horns kind of just go eh. And this one went eh. It has an extra little bit. So yeah, I simplified it a bit. I know, I didn't mention, but I had the eyes planned for a really long time. I think it was this one. Yeah. Let me delete that. You can see... Oh, and I also didn't mention in this one, I had fancier glasses. They're really super small. I don't know where I would have had. Was it in this one? No, it wasn't in this one. Was it in this? Nope. Oh wait, it does kind of have. But I was planning on having fancier glasses. But this was hard to see through. Like, I'm like, oh, people aren't gonna see where the eyes are as easily. I didn't mind this design bit, but I actually really like these glasses, but I'm like, people can't see the eye movement, and that's probably a pretty big thing. You also see, like, I had little dot eyebrows. That didn't stick along for long. Not for too long. It got more got triangle eyebrows now. Did I say eyelashes? I meant eyebrows. It's not a stream without scuff. I was also thinking of having a toggle where I'd be sitting, or just flat out making my model sitting. Like, I would design the full thing for, like, artwork, but my model would actually be sitting. I didn't actually do that, though. Didn't actually do that, but yeah, I'm looking at the comment. It's like, no cuddle deterrence. I'm like, that's still my favorite story of my designing. It's just me going, no, I can't have 4 horns because it'd make cuddling harder. Like, it's so dumb. I'm like, but I can't just squish, like, my face into things. I would stab it because I have horns on the side of my head. It's so dumb. But I guess, yeah, if you're wondering why, if I scooch up here, let me scooch up here. Oop, too far, sorry. Oh no, even more immersion breaking. But yeah, the reason why I have a watch on my hand is because I wanted to have a bracelet at one point on my arm. So there's that little detail. Instead of a beaded bracelet, I have a watch. It's like, but there's no numbers or hands or anything. I'm like, you poke it and the numbers come out. It's a magic watch. It doesn't work like an analog watch. It works more like a digital watch. So yeah, that's a watch on my hand. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. I'm like, yeah, that's a watch. But yeah. I also kept having this necklace. Speaking of, now that I'm speaking of accessories, this was always here because I was thinking that it'd be like a storage device. Like it'd have a charm on it where it could put things in, so you'd like flick it, so it'd make like a little ting, and then you could take an item out, and you just hold an item over it. That's what that was going to be. It was actually going to have a use, so it wasn't just a pretty necklace. It was actually going to have a function. Which, come to think of it, that would be a cool animation. Maybe I should have like a brooch or something on my front, and I can use that idea again. I'm like, that's a fun idea. I've seen people use that, but yeah, okay. So then we get more of the final design here. This is actually more of the rigging. I don't know if I actually rig it. This is not my digital thing. Where is this? Did I actually part this all out? I don't know. I did! It's actually up on a different thing you can see in the corner. Actually, no, wait, you can't. I have it off. But yeah, this one I can go like, oh wait, no, I need this. Uh-oh. That one does that. If I try on this one, it just takes the whole thing. But yeah, I actually parted this out. I forgot I did this. I never rigged this, but this came very near close to being my design. I didn't even finish the I just realized I didn't finish the shoes. I did some of this, but I think I stopped because I wasn't sure if I could rig it well, and I wanted to rig it because I did know that as long as I didn't get too crazy with because I was just going to do the details, but as long as it was just detailing, I could stick it into the rigging and just easily swap out the pieces for the actually detailed pieces. But I feel like that's a joke. I mean, tail. Detailed. The tail. Gosh, is it detail or detailed? There's only a slight difference in saying that, but it's a difference nonetheless. I'm not sure which is the better, more proper one, but there we go. But yeah, I actually parted this all out. Wow. I didn't remember that. But yeah, this is supposed to be the dimensional inn. That's why I had like this leather thing, because it was like, this was a uniform. That's what this was. It was a uniform. Like, other people be wearing that, and I wanted to kind of have that apron look without being actually an apron. And like, the lore would be like, I was the daughter of the owners of this dimensional inn that has gateways to everywhere, and like, if something went wonky in a world, you'd end up here instead of like in the dimensional rift. So it's kind of like the thing, it's like, oh no, but you'd be trapped in dimensions forever and you'd be stuck there, and you know, you'd end up in this inn. Which, fun fact, if I ever got when talking about lore building, that's still in the world. There's still an inn like that even now. It's just, I don't live there. I don't live there. I'm not the daughter of the owner. But there was one idea from this that I had a lot of fun with, was that it's a dimensional inn. All kinds of things end up in here. It's where kind of like whatever ends up falling in the rift to like some extent would end up somewhere in the inn. Like, there would be a specific room, and it'd also be kind of like, the whole inn is like a TARDIS situation. It's bigger on the inside than the outside. The rooms connect to everywhere. there's like portals. You can go up to like practically any door and just like open it and go into practically any room you were allowed to go into, you know, kind of thing. So it was like really fun. I think I did some sketches, now that I think about it. I wonder if I can find them. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they ended up. Where did they end up? Okay. No, it's not in my backgrounds and stuff. I think I did kind of do some sketches for it, but I don't know where they went. I wasn't able to find everything. Okay. I'm getting out of the menus. You can't see me working. But... you know, and the funniest thing is probably... you know, to not... because I don't have images for the inn. I'm like, I'll maybe talk about that later when it's, you know, talk about it later when it's more me chatting, it's closer in, and not just sitting here awkwardly on my things. But, I'm sure some of you were thinking that this was the final design before didn't mean to do that. Before this one. It's not. It's not. So I changed my design. And let's see, which one is it gonna be in? It's gonna be in this. Okay. I don't think I have this as let's see if I can find that. I don't know. Where'd it go? I don't think it's in here. Some of the things I could not find beforehand. But okay. I'm surprised. I don't know where it went. Where would I have put it? Hold on. Probably be like, maybe if I put in this here. Let me look. Oh geez, what happened? Why did that do that? I'm trying to look at one certain thing and then it starts looking throughout the whole computer. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. Yeah. Yeah, don't try to look everywhere. It's not in like here. No, it's not. Okay, let me scroll like down because this is finished. Oh, it'll probably be then. Wait. Where's my folder? I thought I had a folder. Oh yeah, here we go. Sketches and dropped. No, it's not in here. Ah. I don't know where it went. I really don't. Oh, that's not gonna help. Yeah, nope. I have no idea. I don't know where it went. But I do have a model of it, so I can switch out to the model. Classic lost among my files. Yeah, I know, I couldn't find it. I actually gathered up these files months ago, and in the months in between, I have not been able to find any of these things. I'm like, I know they exist, I'm pretty sure. Where did it go? Sitting here going, where did it go? I know, I think, because I have the final thing. Oop, that's the wrong. I have the final thing that I want to show. And it's called Rigging Paper Doll Main Outfit. And I'm just, maybe if I hit rename here. Don't actually rename it and just like copy paste this into the search engine. Can I find it? Because seriously, where is it? Do I not have the Clip Studio thing anymore? I wonder if I don't. Because, no, I wouldn't have gotten like a new computer or anything. It's not in that. Okay, let's just do digital art. Look this up. No, it's not showing up at all. I don't know where this went. Yeah, because that's just the textures. The rigging. I don't know where this went. Alright. Well, I can do one other thing, because I'm pretty sure it's... Well, before I get to that, because if I'm going to pull this up, let me see if I can... Hold on. I'm looking at things. Give me a second. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, there's that. Here we go. Okay, this is gonna be weird. I am going to get out of this view, and I'm gonna get my just chatting view for a second here. Because this is better for what I'm doing. Where's the actual proper thing that I want? I want this. Okay. My first ever little rig of Leona. I was testing it out. I think only the eyes move and the body moves a little bit. Oh wait, there goes the mouth. There goes the mouth. That's so janky. It's not even finished. Okay. What I actually wanted to show you, but as you can see, it's the dimensional in look. The look I couldn't find my picture of, but I still have the rigging for. I think it's this one. Because I don't have pictures for any of this. Uncanny Valley. Yeah, here we go. Hi. Yeah, the movement is so jank. But hello. This is the full look. Let me do the whole... I need to have so many things up at once. Hold on. Let me rearrange my windows here so I can actually know what I'm showing you. Oh, I forgot I had the little danglies off of this. I had a lot more sparkly things on here. Oh yeah. As you can see, the metal looking platforms. Because I just like the thought of having metal shoes so you could take them off and throw them at people. But yeah, the little chibi model, yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, it's always Uncanny Valley. Oh, something went wrong there on my knee there. The ruffle, what happened to the ruffle? I'm like, the ruffle got cut off. Oh no. Under the radar weapons, yeah! I have metal bricks, fear me! Yeah, I had poofa pads. Still have my claws. This is just my old outfit. This is the earliest outfit that goes unused, and I rigged it. And you want to know why? Hello. The face is so bad. I'm so much better at drawing now. Look at this face. This face is a little Uncanny Valley. I don't think I got the eyebrows to move because I couldn't figure that out. It's so stiff. It only looks back and forth. Actually, you know what? This is partially rigged. Also, I think it's on... Hold on. I think I can get the mouth to move a little bit better. I just need to check the settings. I can at least help with that, maybe. Where is it? I need to find it first. I need to find it first. Where is the setting? Here we go. Yeah, it's not set how. Okay, here, let me... Oh, wait. That's not the right thing. It's not mouth open that I want. There's a mouth open setting here on VTube Studio. And then there's volume voice plus mouth open and voice frequency plus mouth smile. And I don't use the smile, but it can help with... Yeah, that moves a little better. It's still janky. It's still janky. It's still janky. Oh, this is so... Oh, wait, I can look down. Huh. Oh, I can't... Oh, wait, no, I can look up. Hi. I can look around. Oh, wow, this is so stiff, though. But yeah, I had a bun on the back. I actually did have a bun in my first VTube model. I don't know if you can always see it in that one, but let me go back to... It's giving me old game, maybe PS1 or GameCube vibes with the movement again. I see it. I see it. Oh my gosh, my horns. My horns are so terrible. Oh my gosh. I love my horns! But also they're totally hard to rig. They're an absolute pain to rig. I'm still not happy with how they're rigged. They're the best I've rigged ever! But they're still- I don't like them. But yeah, here, let me pull up. Yeah, this one. I don't want that. I want this one. But yeah, if you zoom in here, I have a bun. It's very hard to see. But I do have a bun. I kept it. I just put it on the back of my head because, I mean, the movement's kind of cool. The button did give it, like, I'm looking up, and it really helps it look up, but it also looked janky. It's got that PS1 GameCube jank feel to it. That's an excellent way of describing it. And I was just like, nah, I need to move the bun. I need to move the bun. So yeah, this was the design that came in right before my my first debut design. It's so janky. I don't even know where the files went for the drawing, which makes me sad, but at least I have the rig information still. So that's nice, but I need to switch. Where do I need to click? I'm on the right menu. I'm getting lost in my windows, I'm sorry. I'm getting lost in my windows. Okay. Let me put some of these windows down. Oh my goodness. The eyes look also a little weird. I'm glad I changed it. This would have been quite different. I like this design. It's not bad. But the reason why I changed out of this design into my actual debut design is because I finally got an aesthetic that I wanted to do. And that was Art Nouveau. So I've always had my designs based on the aesthetics of Art Nouveau, which I guess also kind of the art movement too, because Art Nouveau translates to new art. It's also, there's Jungenstein, something like that. I'm sure if you know that name, you know what I mean, and you're like, oh yeah, I know what that is. But I like Art Nouveau, and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm a dummy. I can do an Art Nouveau inspired outfit. So I can find it. I should still have it. I have everything else. If I don't have my debut thing here, that'd be hilarious. I don't know where it is. What did I call this? I have this one. Do I still have? Oh, I might have taken my 1.0 off because it was really close to... Oh wait, no, it's this. It's this. I call it 1.5 because I re-rigged it. Yeah, okay, hi. This is a... Oh gosh, there I go with the wheezing. This is a blast for the past for some of you. Hi! Haven't seen this look, I think, since... Oh, like January? Certainly... sometime, you know, oh wait, setting in the mouth isn't the set to it, because I didn't know that exists. Then let me get the mouth movement a little better. Let me get the mouth movement a little better. I have to scroll all the way down again. Where is it? Oh my gosh, there it is, mouth open. Oh wait, no, it has mouth plus. Never mind. Oh, I have the smile on. I usually keep that off, I think. Or maybe I don't. Ooh, I haven't changed those settings in so long, I don't know. But yeah, here we go. Here's what I used to look like. Here's what I used to look like. You know what? I'll do the... Let me... Ooh, okay, there we go. Zoom out. Zoom out. This is not the rigging. This is updated rigging. I have a little shuffle with my feet. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. But yeah, you can kind of see how that other design kept, like, I kept the twin tail thing. Because it is twin tails, right? Oh, it doesn't move as much as this, but yeah. Let me switch to that other one again. Quickly. Because I'm pointing something out and I can't just pull up a picture, unfortunately, because I don't know where it went. I haven't the foggiest. Okay, it's this one. Back to this one. But yeah, you can see how I have the split. I have the green in here, which kind of peeks out right there. It kind of peeks out over on... Here, let me zoom way in here. It kind of peeks out. Oops, I didn't notice that. I'm a little more careful with my rigs now, but this one isn't, like, fully polished, and the mouth moves so weird. It really is that PS1 design. But yeah. Let me go back to this model. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that got kept. Oh yeah, for this, well, I'm back to my original design here, my debut design. Oh yeah, you can still see my glasses. I have the little detail on the side here. what were my toggles? What did I have as toggle? Oh, I have a teacup. It's been so long. I have a teacup. Oh, I have my little thinky pose. I think that was the only two. Yeah, that was the only two. I had a cup and I had a different arm pose. So I could do like, if I was talking, I could have my arms up. And I sneezed. That was really abrupt. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I only had 2 toggles. A teacup. Always with the green teacups. Yeah, I think... Yeah, no, my ears didn't move. Yeah, my ears didn't move. But yeah, you can see how I pointed out that there is... I got hearts on my pattern here from the bleeding hearts, because I mentioned bleeding hearts, forget-me-nots, and lily of the valley. Sorry though, I have teacups funny. You're right, it's like, oh, I have a teacup. I mean, not really. I mean, if you're standing there talking to somebody, you're holding a teacup, and then you're just like, wait a second, I'm holding something because you're too focused on talking, and they're like, oh right, I have a teacup. It's not that weird. But yeah, you can see, I have the hearts on the pattern here for the bleeding hearts, which are some of my favorite flowers. Oh, thank you, Prinny. Yeah, happy 1 year for me. I thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and this is definitely, I'm talking like you can see my cursor, but you can't. I don't think in this window. Oh, how do I change that? That's in settings. Hold on. Let me enlarge this window so I can get to settings better. It'd be, I think in this properties. No. Okay, maybe not that. I don't know. I forgot how. I forgot how to do that. I'm like, I can only zoom in. But okay. I forgot how to make it so my cursor can show. I'm like, I know there is one. I know you can. I just forgot where that is. I haven't done it in so long. But you can see on the top of my outfit, it's the only time there's really the Jacob's ladder. I had so many little circles. Like, I don't mention it too much, which is kind of surprising. But I love semi-transparent spherical objects. So bubbles, like, you know, the kind you get the little bubble wand for and you blow it through the wand and it makes bubbles. Yeah, I love that. I love bubbles. I will get unnecessarily excited over seeing bubbles unexpectedly. I got told by my sister to shut up one time because I was way too loud with my enthusiasm. That was really drove it home that I'm like, oh, I like bubbles and marbles for the same reason. Because, okay, funny story time. I was playing Spectrobe's Origins, and in the town, one of the towns you first come into, I think it's actually the main town. The first time you go into the main town, it's all wrecked and stuff. And the first time we came back to the town, yeah, bubbles! Thank you, Freddy. First time we came back to town, they had a fountain, and I thought it was just a regular fountain. You know, it has a little thing in the middle that spurts out water and it cascades down, and it's all very classic and yada, you know, yada yada yada. It wasn't that. It was a water feature, but it wasn't a fountain. It had just floating orbs of water, and I saw them, and I just screeched out, "Bubbles!" And my sister visibly flinched away from me and then looked at me incredulously and went, "Shut up!" So, yeah. I like semi-transparent spherical objects, like marbles and bubbles and spheres of water. And like gemstones. Anything that's round, relatively round, or spherical, or round. I get excited over. I like beads, semi-transparent beads for the same reason. So yeah, I have a bunch of the little dots on my outfit because of that. It's because I'm dumb. Okay, and before I change this to another design I did, which I have an alternate outfit from my 1.0 era, is this little cape. I only put it in to make the silhouette, like if you blacked out my entire design to make it more interesting. That's literally the reason why I have this silly little shoulder cape. That's why that's there. Very silly. Anyway, another blast from the past kind of outfit is the alternate outfit, which you probably, if you saw my Breath of the Wild, and I think, yeah, I wore this for Tears of the Kingdom as well. So, shoulder capes are, they are really fun. They're a pain in the butt to rig when you're new, though. Okay, where is it? Okay, there it is. There it is. I think it's this one. There should be this one. I don't have the full name. Yep, here we go. I don't think, wait, does I have, ooh, right? That happens. Hello, Fiji! I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Okay, yeah, that's all the toggles on my model. That's all the toggles on my model. Yeah, okay, I don't think, wait, I have a new setup. I can fully go off the screen. Yeah! Ah, okay, I use, what is it called? Sprout 2? What is it called? Yeah, Sprout 2? It has a little advertisement within VTube Studio, so if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Do I have the mouth? Let me check if the mouth is set up. Again, scrolling through a thing you cannot see, but it's a really long list. That's actually not even the right list. That's not gonna help. Browse, that's smile. Okay, yeah, this has the mouth. This has the mouth movements. Okay, yeah, I thought so, but I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to be like, oh no, I'm fine. Oh, right. That was the first model I figured out how to connect my ears to my eyebrows. It's so dumb. But I like this one. Yeah, I literally have the water because of that bubble. I love this one just because I can go wee if I shake my head. The arms don't move though, so I'm like very stiff. But it was just supposed to be an alternate outfit. I didn't think I would wear it that much, but I ended up wearing it for my entire Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The weirdest, wildest thing for me is that my 2.0 debut came after my completed playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom, and that always weirds me out for some reason. Always weirds me out. I'll be sitting there and going like, oh, my thumbnails have the old kind of like decoration design and stuff on them. I'm like, oh shoot, I was still 1.0. And then I'm like, also that I'm like looking at myself going, Tears of the Kingdom came out in March, you dingus. You had your 2.0 in, I think it was June. Why are you so surprised? So there's some little behind the scenes shenanigans. But yeah, this is the first time I have the ears down. It's also the first time I have, and I think, no, yeah, this is the first time I also have my hair down. If I look over this way, you can see how it's like piecing out now. It's actually not that long. It's just behind my shoulders. So yeah, my little hair bun. My little hair bun is not in my hair bun. That's another little fun thing that I'm not sure if anybody really noticed. Because I didn't have my hair bun. If I go in front of it, let me see if I can position myself in front of the balloon. Yeah, there we go. You can see my hair a little better. Oh right, I also had a filter for the background. Hold on, I haven't used it at all. Bad me. I had this other party coloration. I had it so it was blue and purple, so it was a little easier to see behind me. Just a little bit, not by much. Not really. But yeah, I love the fish. Let it be known that this little fishy is one of my favorite kinds of fishies. It's one of my favorite fishies. But yeah, we got this. Oh, you know another funny thing? For this, which people may not know, but I have lotuses that move in the showcase for this model. And well, I had a real, I still don't have the best video editor, but I had a real crappy video editor. I had to do things either, I could just really stick, how to put it? I could stick clips together. I could not shorten them. I could not lengthen them. I couldn't change the speed of them. I could just stitch video clips together. That was it. That was my extent of my like video editor, really. I could put music throughout the whole thing, not even to individual parts. At least I don't think so. I might have figured out how to do that later, but So I actually have to do more behind the scenes. There's a lotus. I'm a lotus now. And also, I think if I actually go onto here, I don't think I have it. Nope, it's triggered to 2. Why is it on 2? But yeah, to get the animation of it, the lotus opening and closing for that model showcase, I had to make a lotus model. Yep. So there's some behind the scenes for you. I'm gonna go back to this one. I have a fish in this one. I want to use it. How does this work? Oh, there it is. I have my fishy. I'm really happy about the fish. Literally, that's it. I'm just like, I have a fish. I'm a simple girl. Alright. And I think, yeah, then I get into... Yeah, because this is my regular. Yeah, here we go. Though, it may look like my regular model, but it's not. This is not the one I regularly use. This is actually rigged differently. Look at the hair. You can really see in the hair. Look how janky the hair is. Oh yeah, the little fish fin moves. Even I forget that detail, and then I notice I keep having the little thing. I'm like, oh, the fish fin moves. But yeah, if you look at the hair is so janky. But this is a 2.0 model, but it's my original rigging, which I still had because I saved it at a different thing. I got away my 1.0 rigging. I think I still have it. I still have the files, I'm pretty sure. But I don't have it saved to Vtube Studio because I accidentally clicked it. I actually streamed with my old rigging in my 1.0 era. And so I was using the wrong model to stream for like, I think it was like a whole week. I don't know if anyone noticed, but if you go back through my videos and then there's one week where it goes back for my 1.0 era and the movement isn't as good suddenly, then it's good again. That's why. More behind the scenes scuff. But yeah, this is actually my current model. Which has also, right, you guys don't get to see the floating. I got the floating. This is actually the default, as you can see, because I just loaded in like this. Aha, I am floating. And then floating go off. You can see my feet. You don't usually get to see this. You know what, here, let me zoom in on my skirts. Oh yeah, I did also change a little bit. The skirt's different. Let me go back. That's also why I changed. We're getting back to the present, but yeah, see the floating isn't as good or as fancy. Let me position myself so I'm actually on the screen. But yeah, I think, yeah, I still have this. The skirt's different. This looks more like a curtain. I think I still have, yeah, my drawing pad. The drawing's the same. The mouse is different. I don't know if any of you noticed the painted maze, that I actually changed it. Because it's just an edited version of my floating one here. So when I updated the rigging, I also updated the mouse, and even the cup moves differently. I don't know how many of you noticed that. How many of you noticed that change? Did you even notice it? That the mouse changed? See, look, let me go back into my current model. Let me go back to my current model. See, mouse. The mousey is blue. Because I actually had the time. I changed it, so I have a purple mouse and a blue mouse. Because I wanted to be like, yeah, you Mises can come into whatever color you want it to be. And also the little eye markings are a bit different. Like this one has softer eye markings, while this one has harder eye markings. I wanted to allude that y'all had, that if you wanted to make your little painted mice mascot, that you could choose whatever color you wanted, and you could change the eye details. If you also notice it, oh, you know, okay, I'm not ND. Oh gosh, maybe, how to do this? Okay, let me go in studio mode so it doesn't change. Because if I go to my ending stream, it's going to be like, everyone's going, oh, stream's ending, and I'm like, no, it's not. Don't leave. Okay, let's get out of studio mode. Let me see if I can just copy paste this in here. Can I? Whoop, there it goes. Let me shrink this. I'm shrinking it. Also, you notice the words are gone? I actually had to put the words in OBS. But here, let me... Okay, I'm gonna cover up chat for a bit. I'm sorry. It's just gonna cover up in the video. But don't worry, I can still see you. I can still read you. But if you look at the mice, I know they're going by pretty fast. But the little Mises, I mean, they're not only different colors, but I actually made their... Okay, maybe I'll go back to... Let me delete this first. But yeah, the Mises in here. The Mises in there. Let me go back to... Actually, before I go back to here, let me fix up in the background here all the stuff I have up. Oh, don't want to show that. I accidentally did a little bit. Oh no. Okay, let me... Yeah, do not save. Do not save any of this. Oh my gosh. Little red markings everywhere. But okay, let me find this. Let me find this. It's going to be... Yeah, in here. Okay, I'm in the right place. There it is. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's not right. Never mind, that was the original. That's not the one I wanted. Where is the ending? Okay. Is this... Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me switch it now. Let me switch it now. There we go. There we go. Music's changed again. Okay. Oh, where are the files? Here we go. Okay, so we have the wee little green mouse here. Okay, yeah, this has everybody. Let me zoom in here. But yeah, I purposefully made all their little eye markings different. You can see here, as I'm sure, that this one has the sparkles under the eye, this one has sparkles over the eye, and this one has like freckles. So I did purposefully change the Mises. I did little details, be like, you little Mises get to look different. You can put some little touches of individuality in here. And like the little bit of the ears, I didn't like fuss over having the ears be perfectly the same. The green one has like super long ears. Here, you have super long ears. I need to make the red one. The blue one has more swoops in the ear compared to the other ones. But yeah, I'm like, these are your guys' mascot. Like, if I ever got the chance to do emotes, which I'd have to get like, I have to get 1,000 subscribers to start, and I only have just under 60, which is still pretty good. I'm not complaining. I'm actually pretty surprised I got to 50 before the year end. And I'm like sitting here going like, oh my gosh, we're almost 60 even. Holy moly, you guys are too nice to me. You're too nice to the silly little lady. But yeah, I wanted to put in hints that y'all, my little painted space mice that you all were, you know, allowed to have. And even like okay, here, let me scooch up. Like, even the sparkles. These guys have more sparkles on their booty. They actually have like, you know, the 4-pointed sparkles, unlike these two here. They just have the little dot sparkles. So I'm like, yeah, there's some wiggle room for you guys. You guys can customize. These two don't have a transition color band like these three do in the ending. If you kind of notice, like, here, let me point it out for the people who need it. I understand people might need it. Okay, let me delete that. I'm gonna use this brush. But yeah, there's this little band right here of kind of blue. This one's kind of like yellow or green here. This one has a bit of a purple band right here. And I put that in so like you can have these little band transition colors. You can have different shaped ears. The green one has really rounded, yeah, you have the green one's ears are like really round. This one has a little bit of a niche, but it's also shorter, the red ones. And then the blue one, yeah, like it has the super swoopy. It's more swoopy than the other ones. And I wanted to put that in. Like, it's got a more, like, butterfly swoop rather than a transition like the red one. But the green one, here, let me move the green one over a little more. The green one doesn't quite have that. So I did want to, like, I have been sneaking in that you Mices have customization options. I have been sneaking it in. I've been trying to subtly tell you all you can make your own little mouse mascots. And yeah, like I wanted to say, if I ever got big enough, you know, enough subscribers to get emotes, which, you know, a bare minimum would have to get 1,000. I think then you can have a couple of custom emotes for here on YouTube. I'm not sure if, I know they updated it so you can have 500, but I don't know if you get I don't think you get emotes for that. I think you just get monetization. So I'm like, I don't think, I need to check again for sure. Don't hold me to it. Don't take that as like, oh, I learned this from Leona. I'm like, no, I don't know either. Oh yeah, and I didn't point out, but yeah, you can tell this is my new rig because the hair isn't totally jank. I got better at hair physics. Oh jeez. But yeah, I have the little Mises. You know, I have more Mises. I have the old Mises from the ending scene from right before this. Here they all are. They're a little less different from the other ones, but the reason why I have these dancing mice, they're actually based on an Art Nouveau artwork, because, you know, I'm trying to sneak in all the Art Nouveau stuff I can, but there is, if you just type in Art Nouveau mice, you will find it very easily. That's what I did. So the poses are all actually pretty close to the poses the mice did, because I was hoping maybe somebody might notice that they're little dancing painted mice, just like the dancing mice in this very well-known Art Nouveau artwork. That's why they have the poses. That's why in this one they still are posing, is because especially the blue one here. The blue one here really does look like it's still dancing around. You got the green one here, who's just kind of like hopped over and it's just kind of looking around. And the red one here is kind of just like, it's moving. It got places to be. And then like the blue one is still kind of like, it's landing. It's doing like a little, like it jumped over and it's landing like a little ballerina or something. But yeah. So I do have a little bit of an allusion to that. I do have a little bit of allusion to that. I don't know why I had to say that twice, but I did. But yeah, here we go. Here's the little mice. Here's the little mice. Here's the mice. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much. Oh wait, no, I have a couple more like miscellaneous things. Like, let me check here when I'm in this folder. Oh, I think, was that in sketches? Yes, it is. Come here, you. It's not finished, but it is parted out. You're probably like, why are you showing us a whale? Well, you know, my opening. Here, let me, it's this. Let me nab it. And just put it in. I have to copy paste this into drawing. It's going to cover the whole screen for a second. I'm sorry. But this, why are you not playing? Okay, you are not playing for some reason. But okay, well, that didn't work. I don't know why. Oh wait, it's on pause. Oh. And it just disappeared. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. I don't want to go to my actual starting screen because I might. Oh wait, no, it's not playing because probably. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. Put this back. It's gonna cover everything, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh gosh. Okay, it wasn't showing up immediately. I'm gonna wait. It's gonna pop up. It's gonna cover the whole screen. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go, and it's moving. This. Whoop. Oh, what did I do? Why did it disappear? I pushed a button, it is gone. There it is. Okay. That. In the background. This is this guy. I was actually going to have, and I do have, a little bit of lore that this is Professor Flotsam, a giant Leviathan Eldritch horror that lives in the dimensional rift with us. Us Urians. And he's not the only Leviathan class Eldritch horror. There's actually a lot of them. Turns out a lot of the Leviathans, they're very intelligent, and they just kind of want to sit in a place and, you know, give their knowledge around and just kind of like teach people things and have like intellectual conversations. They're very nice. It's just the problem is in most worlds and actual like dimensions, I was going to say, and I guess I'm saying, is that, well, Asurion don't live in a dimension. We live in a rift where the one and only rule is pretty much like you'll exist. So you can't like pop things into existence and like use space magic to like hurt people, let alone do anything worse. I don't want to say the words or else YouTube might get mad at me. But yeah, if you want to YouTube somebody, it's not gonna work with space magic. No, take a leaf out of RT Gamer's book there. Anyway, dumb jokes aside, referencing fellow content creators, haha. Yeah, this is Professor Flotsam. It's my starting screen. Wasn't the starting screen before, so yeah, the constant whale thing swimming across is Professor Flotsam. In Minecraft, oh my gosh. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but I think I get it. But yeah, is Professor Flotsam like the most well-known, is somewhat of a like an online celebrity with us Urion and those who else live in the dimensional rift, but I never finished drawing him. But you can kind of see the lines. I wonder, maybe, can I make the lines bigger if I can find the lines? I'm not sure if I can. Is it this? Okay, it's this. Have the sketch. Have the sketch. Oh, it's a rare. You guys rarely actually get to see pictures of my sketches. They're usually faded away when I show the faded, and I'm like drawing over them, so you don't get to see them. I say that and you still don't get to see clearly. I have this in the way. Here you go. There's your full sketch. Oh, I didn't have the fins as full as I did later. But yeah, I wanted Professor Flotsam here. The giant catfish, Leviathan, Eldritch horror, and he just wants to teach us things. And those little dots down there, that's like, that's people size. He is gigantic, and he just wants to teach you things. That's why you might have noticed, and I actually should probably move it, that up here, out of the the name is "Do not be afraid, I only want to teach," is because I wanted to see if I could do memes. Because I know people like memes, and I thought it might be fun to do like an in lore meme of Professor Flotsam, of that this is the memes me and other Urions make, is "Do not be afraid, I only want to teach you math," or "I only want to teach you history," or "I only want to teach you about goblin sharks," or "I only want to teach you about oh wait, hold on. I think I still have the photo on my phone. What are they called? I have a photo of it on my phone, so I could find it. Actually, I probably could. No, wait, no, never mind. I'm going to speak too soon. There it is. Yeah, Aerolux Light Corporation made these light bulbs that, you know how old style light bulbs had the little wires in them? I don't know, some of you might be too young to know what that is. But yeah, light bulbs have wires in the middle of them. And well, somebody, I don't know what the material is. I really don't. But somebody went and like, well, it needs that little wiry thing in the middle, so I'm going to take these and just like make it look like a little flower in the light bulb. And so when you plug it in, it looks just like a white glass crystal kind of little flower thing. But when you plug it in, having the power go through it makes it have color. I don't know how they did it. It was like in the 1970s. So like LED lights were not a thing, and that is, you know, you can make pretty small lights with LED. I don't know how to do that, but we would definitely have, do not be afraid, I only want to teach you about these cool flower light bulbs. You know, it'd be a kind of thing you would use the mem and then probably have underneath the mem just some cool facts. And I wanted to make that an in-lore channel mem. I don't know if anyone wants to do that, go ahead. Oh yeah, oh you have seen them? Cool. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I should probably go look it up because I just took like a screen cap of a Google search and went like, these exist. And I refused to delete the photo on the screen cap I sent on my phone so I could send a post out. I refused to change it because I was just like, no, these things are cool. If I forget about them, I want to be like scrolling through my phone photos and then find it and be like, ah, these things, these are cool. So yeah, that's what the mem would be. I wanted to have the mem, but I never finished the drawing because I do know from my fellow artists, and here's a little art advice, if you're going to make a mem, no matter how dumb it is, if you are the one drawing it, draw it as well as you possibly can. Because it's a mem, it will be your most popular thing by far. Might as well make the art look cool to go with it. Because I have seen artists time and time again have their most popular thing be a dumb mem thing they did. And so yeah, that's what Professor Flotsam would hear. Yeah, so, and it's like, why does this happen? I put so much effort into this other thing, and I'm like, one word, relatability. People can relate to a funny joke rather than your deep, dark, broody vampire man that they don't know anything about. They just have him striking a cool pose. I mean, that's the long and short of it. People can attach to the funniness of a mem rather than your really cool detailed painting or, you know, whatever artwork you did for like a whole week. It's like, yeah, that's why fan art's more popular. It's because people are real, you know, looking for like those characters of the show or whatever. But they're also like, they already have a relation to that character. So if you use, you know, licensed characters for things, fan art, it's more popular. People are looking for it and people are already attached to it. That's why the fan art does better. Well, it comes down to relatability, which I guess if you want your original works to be relatable, make memes with your original characters. Make silly little comics about telling your characters. Give something for viewers to latch on to. Have your image be telling something of a story. Like, I don't know, they have a bunch of, if they do pottery, have it so they have their pottery in the background. They have like pottery maybe on a table and make them sleep. Like maybe they fell asleep and like they were working on a work piece and they got tired and they fell asleep on their pottery desk. You know, it tells a story. It's like they worked to the point they got too tired to move away from their chair because they were so enthused about making pottery. And people will be like, oh yeah, fellow creative, I like this. Who's this OC? Where are they from? And I think a lot of artists forget that. It's like, tell a story, which is why that's why I have my Mises here, that I'm holding on to my Mises. It's like, you guys are my viewers. I want to be holding on to you. I have the little, have floating and not floating, because, well, you know, like I have magic. What's a really quick, easy way to say I'm a magical person? Floating! And the little differences in the Mises. It's how, you know, go back to my drawing here. Let me pull it back up. Here, give me a second. If I can find it quickly again. I might not be able to, but let's see. It's not a thumbnail. So what am I looking for? It's unused. It's in my unused folder. Because I did not use this. It's okay, not that one. This stuff. Yeah, this stuff. Here, yeah, it's over here in my okay. I'm gonna need to actually pull up not just the PNG because it's a little hard to see because the colors are so dark. But yeah, like how in my outfit here, like I was pointing out earlier, let me point it out again for anyone new or, you know, needs it to be pointed out. Is like the buttons here. That, cause I have horns. I have less horns than by the time at this this design. But I have the I have the view here because I still do have horns, and these horns are smaller. So another thing I didn't mention, because I didn't think of it, is that I made my 2 horns larger than my 4 horns because it was also making up for the fact I only have 2 horns. It was another compromise besides me having the pointy ears. The pointy ears to make up for the fact I don't have horns. So I do think the 4 horns looked really cool. Really cool. Have a friendly character that has these 4 pointy horns. Looks like they're absolutely gonna wreck you. But you know, that makes it very hard to put shirts on over your head. I have 4 horns. That's gonna get ripped. You cannot. I was like, sure you can, but do you want to be doing that on the daily? No. Absolutely not. So I always have closures. Like even now with my outfit I'm wearing now, you might notice that I have, like, this could just be a skirt down here. My skirt's down here, it's just a skirt. Like, it can go over my waist pretty easily. I have something like, you know, this for the back of my skirts that I have maybe, instead of just all the way down, I just have like a little slit and then a little thing that goes over. So when I pull my skirt up, it just goes around my tail, and then I put the little thing to hold the skirt up, you know, so it doesn't fall down on my waist. I thought of that. That's how my skirts are even now. It's why I've always wrapped my here, little buddy, you gotta go. My little wraps around here. They wrap, well, they're wraps. They wrap around. I have my little fitting down there. This top, it does kind of look like it's, you know, just wrapped around. That's why I still have that. It's still a design. It's still something I thought about. And so, like, even now, I think about that. I think about how annoying it would be to every time put a shirt over your head and have to manhandle your shirt over your head every single time, every single day. Like, sure, you could do it, but would it be really annoying? Yeah, so is it less annoying just having wrapped clothing around? Yep, it would be. So that's how I have my clothes. Whether the be in the back, which you can kind of just, you can tell. This is in the back. Over here is in the front. So, yeah. That pretty much, I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, I might have forgotten a couple of things. I mean, it's me. It's a little scatterbrained. But yeah, if you guys have questions, if you want to know, like, I don't know, you want to know if you want to see something again, you know, tell me. I do want to do a video and have it all my models, even the uncanny mini Leona, which is my earliest Leona model, and just have literally all my models for this avatar, every single model, and just show them all in a row. I do want to make that video. But yeah, so I'm so happy I finally got to talk about how I design my outfits, because, you know, you don't know that I'm like thinking about, oh, I always have my clothes wrap around me because it's really annoying sticking it over my head, and I have a tail, and it's annoying you know, I have to take an account for my tail, so there is always accounting for my tail. And that I don't want to put things over my head because my horns will rip it. Or at least there's a pretty good chance of happening. That, you know, in my design that's from my earliest iterations, that I always have the open toes because I have claws, sirs and madams, on my toes. Yeah, I've been thinking about these things from the get-go. I thought about having silly mem lore because, well, what would the memes be made for, like, magic users who live in the Rift? And I'm like, well, we have Leviathans and Eldritch Horrors would come by because, you know, it's the Rift between worlds. Why don't I use that, have the Leviathans come by? And they're like, actually, it's pretty cool here. I mean, I live in the Rift. I'm not in a proper dimension, so that whole make everyone go crazy from the knowledge doesn't really work because this is the Rift. In stuff like that. Just silly things, which I think I forgot to say about that. Back here with my, I got on a tangent, I'm sorry. But, yeah, Professor Flotsam here, liking the fact that he can live in the Rift and doesn't drive everyone who gets near him crazy with knowledge because he's in the Rift. It doesn't work that way outside of proper dimensions. That's why there's a lot of Leviathan-type Eldritch Horror monsters in the Rift. They like it here. They don't make everyone go crazy. They can have a social life. It's a funny thing to say. Another thing that it's only like the Leviathan guys, like Professor Flotsam here, is because, I have mentioned this before, but another little bit lore bit is the inhabitants of the Rift, because of the weirdness of it and the weirdness of Eldritch Horror monsters, you can often convince the octopus and squid-like looking ones that they're actually just giant octopuses and giant squids. And then takoyaki and calamari time. It's great. This is why little bit of lore here. Little bit of lore. We call usually Eldritch Horrors, excluding Leviathans, like, you know, again, Professor Flotsam here. We called them Feast. Because we're like, hey, free food! It's food time! It's actually to the point that the Leviathans will oftentimes go look at these other Eldritch Horror things and just convince them they're actually very tasty edible things. And then they can bring us other inhabitants to the Rift. I don't think I've mentioned much that Urion aren't the only inhabitants of the dimensional rift we live in. Like, there's other creatures there. There's like rock golem creatures. There's like a few kinds of like elementals. You get like any kind of fae. Like, there's a lot of fae-like creatures in here, like any kind, not just like fae as in fairies and pixies, but like fae as in the fae. There's a lot of those creatures here, and they're just chilling with us in a rift. They're not like actually the fae, like from your English. Why did I say English? I meant Earth, and then I said English. Why? I'm going back to the chatting. But yeah, there's a lot of other creatures in the rift, and I've never had a chance to say that, but I guess I'm gonna say that for my first anniversary. I'm gonna drop all the lore. I'm dropping all the lore. But yeah, we have a whole bunch of creatures in the rift, and it's you know, it's a rift between worlds. When space-time gets funky, and people fall into the rift, or like they fall out of their dimension, they oftentimes end up with us. So over like the 3,000 years us Urion have been in the rift, we've kind of just cured a lot of neighbors. We got so many neighbors now. It was pretty much anything you can imagine. And like this, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, we still have the dimensional inn from the time, you know, let me pull this up again. Actually, no, wait, I had the, yeah, from the when I was polishing the outfit kind of thing. Well, I was showing before with the wraparound clothes. I don't need to show that. I just showed that. But yeah, that was from the dimensional inn time, as I called it. So we have the pre-dimensional phase. We have the dimensional inn, where I worked at an inn that kind of just had a bunch of people come by, and I expanded that to just being that's just how. It wasn't just like an inn that connected to different dimensions on a planet somewhere. I ended up no, all of us Urion lived in the dimensional rift. Actually, you know what? Because I've never had a chance to. I've never said how I got the name Urion. It has nothing to do with how I look or anything. Okay. I have Urion came from two things. It's from the city of like in Mesopotamia, you know, where King Gilgamesh was the king of. Because I like Caster Gilgamesh, and I like the sound of I just like the sound, that's it. So Urion. And we got the ending part of Urion because of Orion. Like, you know, the hunter, the constellation in the sky, so more of like Orion's belt. That's where I got it from. It's just a hodgepodge between the city, and Orion from the constellation. Because when I look up in the night sky, because of where I am on Earth, I often see Orion's belt. Actually, for a while, it's pretty much the only constellation I could see because it was the only one bright enough because there's a lot of light pollution around here. I don't think I can even find Orion's belt anymore. But I could still find it for a while, so it was like the only constellation I could see for years and years, and now I can't even see that, which makes me sad. But yeah, so I got rather attached to the constellation. So, yeah, that's where the name Urion comes from. It's a hodgepodge of the city of and Orion. I got Urion. As you can see, it has like nothing to do with anything. Except, I mean, it's a dimensional rift. The constellation space kind of thing kind of works, which that wasn't intentional. I literally just randomly used it. I was not thinking about this. I cannot take credit for that. But also, a funny thing is that in the city of there's the gate of Babylon, I think goes to the city of if I'm learning, or it's of that time period. And you want to know, on this very blue gate, there's a very prominent, very famous part of it that depicts a lioness and lions, or at least a lion. And my name's Leona, and my mind color's blue. So, there you go. It's just the weirdest connections for the name Urion. My made-up species for my avatar here. But yeah, I have been thinking about a lot of the things. I actually have, few notes, actually. Here, I have my thing here. I have book. I have my notes in it. Let's see. Wait, no. Was that the page I wanted? I wrote in a few of these pages. I need to find it. Oh, yeah. Like habits. Urion habits. So habits my kind does. My little kind here. I say as I'm like pinching my... keep puffing out my cheeks or something. Here, let me... Actually, I'm gonna scoot you a little closer here. There we go. I think this is about how I normally have it. There's some gestures and stuff that I thought of to do. I'm like bouncing back and forth and going like in like stepping away from being like a VTuber and then like being in like I'm in VTuber mode. I'm bouncing around a little bit here at the end. But I didn't actually even come up with like gestures that Urion do that are a little special, like having our tails, which, you know, here let me tail. We do have tails. We do have tails. Oh, I need to zoom in a bit again. I'm not close enough to the camera. Now I'm close enough to the camera. But yeah, like the tail, we have a habit of placing our tail ends on like the chest or like collarbone, depending. Like for me, I'm a lady, I get the tail end placed on more around my collarbone. And that's like a way of being, it's like a very wholesome, very kind kind of gesture. It's like it's basically saying you have a good heart. It's saying you're a kind person, like you're compassionate or like you're a wholesome person. That's what the gesture's for, and that's what like placing your tail on a person. Obviously you would do this for like close, like family and friends. You would not just do this to a random stranger or somebody you just met unless you're being way too forward. Don't do that. That's rude. You're stepping boundaries there. And like waving tail is another gesture, as I put it. And not waving as in like waving goodbye or waving hello, but waving as in like doing the worm on the ground kind of wave. Or like when a bunch of people get together and hold hands and then they do that big crowd kind of wave. That kind of wave. And the tail. We have long tails. We do a wave, little wobbly waves like that in our tail when we're happy. Like especially, or like happy, not like happy in general, but like you see a display of a food you really like, your tail starts doing that. You're like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. That's like one of my favorite foods. Tail starts going. And then there's also rattletail, which is, you know, like a rattlesnake. You're upset. You're annoyed. It's just like a rattlesnake, hence what just rattletail. It's just being cranky. It's like, I'm if you talk to me, I'm probably gonna try to bite your head off or something. You know, metaphorically speaking. That kind of thing. Oh, I did have like even like phrases or like other things that I don't usually use, mostly because I'm like, I haven't really had the need to say any of these. But like for us Urion, so my species, once again, just in case anyone just dropped in here just now, is like the worst insults you can do are talking about breaking your horns. Like if you're really mad at a person, they'd be like, I hope your horn breaks. They'd be like, oh my gosh. It's just like, that's like, you are really mad. So yeah, breaking horns, it's a big deal. They do grow back. Our horns do grow back, but still, having your horn broken, it's like, oof. That's an oof right there. That's an unpleasant time. That's like, the horns are, like, that's one of the ways we can sense magic without them, but like, they're especially good at sensing magic. If you like, if I put my horn, like, say, like, on against a tree, like the trunk of a tree, I might be able to, and there was like something climbing in the tree, I'd be able to feel that through my horns. They are somewhat sensitive to touch if it's like pressed against something. You know, there's movement and I can sense it through my horn. But it's mostly for the magic thing. The horns now are a magic focal point. There we go. So that's why it's really insulting when you're wishing somebody to break a horn. It's like, it's not like the end all be all. They will grow back eventually. Unless you have some kind of problem, I imagine, you know, some other complication. But yeah, it's like, it's not a good time. You gotta be really mad at an Urion to say that at them. Or have, like, no idea of the culture, you know, kind of thing. Oh yeah, another thing I mentioned about the outfits is how it's always wrapped around. But I never explicitly said that the outfits are usually two pieces. And you'll see that with my outfits as well, that you can always, even if it may look like it's one piece, but it's always two pieces. Like, you can always design this outfit in two pieces because of the whole, we have tails? It's not going to be, it's like, oh, but there's a little hole in the back of the outfit. Do you ever think about how annoying it would be trying to thread your really long tail that's not, it is flexible to a degree, but not that flexible, through a little hole? Like, really, seriously. Maybe if you had a little, like, doe tail or, like, little rabbit tail, a little puff of a tail, that would work. Not for tails this long. No, sir. It's like, so, two-piece outfits. All of the outfits are two-piece, no matter what it looks like. It is secretly always two-piece. No matter what. And, let's see. There's one other thing. Oh yeah, no, that was just another thing for that. I don't think, let's see, what else do I have? Nope. I think this is just, yep. This is just random other things I was taking note of for stuff. This is I need to remember, or I'm going to need this information, or I just need to write something down. Oop, okay, I'm just gonna mess up everything when I put my notebook down. I'll fix that later. But yeah, I think that's about it. That there's your behind the scenes with all my how it came up with my avatar to bit. There's a little bit of consideration, so you get to see all the variants. That's mostly it. Just how to get, what was my point A and how did I get to point B? And I also showed off my 2.0, which I wasn't planning on, but hey, that's what I did. Oh well, it works. I realized it wasn't gonna take up the whole time to show all the old models. So yeah, sorry a little bit about the uncanny valley. That doesn't really affect me. Of the mini Leona Theodosia. I'm sorry about that. It seems to have freaked a little bit a couple of you out. Sorry, Mies. I forgot that could be creepy. My bad. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed going down my design process. How it was coming to just like a little bit. It wasn't focused on design process. It was showing more of, I mean, it was a little bit of that. I guess I didn't mention enough things about what I was considering. I mean, most of it was just stuff I like, thinking about the silhouette. Like, if I was totally to black out this image, so it just had my character. Like, actually, I think I can actually kind of do that. I think it's this. I got this. No. I have to go in filters. Yeah, if I do this, I need to wear, which one? Yeah, that one. I think, okay. Yeah, see? If I do this, what's the silhouette going to look like? Let me back out here. Let me back out here again. Let me back out here again. Is that fully on? Yeah, okay. You know, like, what did you see? I'm gonna go in front of the balloons. Makes it a little easier to see. But yeah, like, what is my silhouette? How would it be different? And then I have like my floating thing here. You know, I'd have my floating. What would my silhouette look like? So even if by the silhouette, would you be able to tell me apart from other things? Hello. I have color again. Well, I should say I have all my colors. I was just all black before, which is a color. So, ooh, that's the balloons. Let me grab the right thing here. I'm gonna scooch over. Scooch over, see the mousies. Why are you cut off now? Look at the filters. Do this. What's going on? Why is your butt cut off? That usually doesn't happen. Oh, it's because okay. I know why now. Is that gonna work now? Even if I have the filter on, let me check. Let me figure out if I did the thing right and he just put this back. Yeah, that was just okay. Okay, so that's a thing that will happen. I didn't know that. Well, I learned something new right in my anniversary stream. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I'm still a little bit too big. Here, let me scooch back here a bit. Okay. Whoop. Breaking the illusion more than once. I'm not too worried about it this time around. I'm like, I'm breaking it left and right to talk about how I designed this. I'm not too fussed about it. But we are getting to the 2 hours that I usually stream. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough to talk about, so I didn't do my normal messages of, hey, I'm gonna be streaming for at least 2 hours or around 2 hours. Like, I don't know how long this is gonna go. It was my normal amount of time, apparently. Because, yeah, I think I am gonna end it here. I might have a couple more things to say. I do eventually, at some point after this, want to get it so I have the video showing all the models, like, and maybe the images. Maybe even having the images. Maybe I'll even do that. But just have a video slideshow thing. You know, nothing fancy, nothing fancy. I still very much do not, I have a very, very low video editor skill. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I can get better, I know. I have the potential to get better, but I'm not there yet. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple. And I just, of all the designs, so that way you don't have to watch this the whole time. Because I realize you're like, I just want to see all the designs or point one out. I don't want to have to watch the 2 hour long freaking video to go find it, to go show somebody or something, or just see it again if you so wish. I will do that at some point coming up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said everything. So I showed you all my designs. Said you a few points that I was thinking of. The funny little stories of why I did things and did not things. I still think that comment Ferg was really funny. What was it? No cuddle deterrence allowed. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I was very aware. I'm like, if I was trying to hug somebody, would this be uncomfortable? Yes, I'm not doing it. It's like, it feels like it's such a dumb reason, but it's also such a like, no, that's fair kind of reason all in one. And I adore it. Such a funny thing. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. That was one of my design philosophies. Will this make it difficult for giving hugs and cuddles and stuff? If I was to interact with another person, would this be detrimental? Yes, I don't want to do it. Not in my design. Oh yeah. I did mention a little bit how my glasses changed. Yeah, that's why I got such simple glasses now. I wanted to talk a little bit more about that, but I'm not going to spend the time right now. But yeah, my glasses did change over the time to get less and less fancy, just so they wouldn't be blocking my face. I'm like, no. So we'll see what my next outfit, or like maybe my next, maybe a 3.0. Maybe a 3.0 is on the horizon, or maybe it's a new outfit. I don't know. I'm still trying to decide. Do I just want this outfit, or am I going to do a little bit more? But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I do have things in the works. I do have new stuff in the works. But I think for now, I am actually gonna leave it here. I think I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Said more things than I was expecting, but I was having fun showing you the lore. I'm like, wait, I can show you some lore bits. I did think of world building. Did have one little bit of me getting annoyed about Babyface, but let me have it. I don't often get to be annoyed about it. It's really annoying though. Oh my gosh. It's one thing looking a couple of years younger. It's another thing when you look so much younger. No one treats you your age, and it's very annoying. It's like, you don't realize how annoying not getting treated your actual age is until people think you're much older or younger than you actually are. Because I know people who look older. People are like, you're able to handle this. You're this age. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm like 10 years younger. I'm like, oh gosh, that'd be terrible. Everyone keeps interacting with you as if you're more prepared than you actually are. That sounds awful. I have the opposite problem, and it's annoying, and it's equally annoying for completely different reasons. I'm like, I'd be happy if your face is about your age. I guess it's the TLDR of that thought process. But, yeah, I hope you did enjoy this little behind-the-scenes look, even though if it was kinda, it's disorganized, it's janky, it's very much a Leona Theodosia stream. I don't always have the skill to plan out everything perfectly. It's just me. It's been just me this entire time. And that's also another reason why I'm like, I don't want anything to do with Big Fancy. People will expect more of me, and then I have to keep up with more stuff. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes. Oh yeah, thank you, Pretty. Thank you. I am glad you had enjoyment. But for now, leave any likes down below. Leave any comments down below if you want. I don't know. If you have questions, feel free. I mean, if you think of one later, if you're more curious, if I didn't finish a thought, which I'm sure there's a few times I rambled off on another tangent, feel free to ask down below. Because, I mean, we're getting to the end of this live stream, so you're gonna have to comment down below. But yeah, feel free to. And for now, I'm gonna have to bid you, Mises, both new and old adieu. And to anyone else who happens to come by, I very much appreciate it. With any kind of interactions with the channel you do, it helps get YouTube to like me better with its, you know, the all-powerful algorithm of for us content creators. Both our bane and our boon all in one. So I would appreciate anyone, even if you don't stick around, to help with that. I very much appreciate it. And I really do hope you found something to take out of my ramblings for today, and I hope it was, at least in some shape and form, an interesting thing to do for my first anniversary, because my goodness, I've been doing this for a year. Let's hope I can still keep doing this for a little while longer yet, or at least sometime yet. You know, fingers crossed things keep in line for me to be able to do this, to still be here, to say hello to all of you, because I do enjoy doing this. It is fun. I do like talking to having you little Mises come by and talk. I do enjoy just having hellos and stuff. And I very much enjoyed showing all this to you all. But for now, that ends this celebration of my first anniversary, my first year. Oh my goodness. And I will have to bid you with my classic bye-bye! And I hope to see you next time. You get to see the mice again. Okay, goodbye.